Visual effects or VFX can add an extra dimension to your videos and help you create stunning and impactful visuals. However, simply adding VFX stock footage to your videos is not enough. To truly make them look realistic and seamless, you need to pay attention to certain details and techniques. My name is Ronak with editingcorp.com, and in this video, I am going to share with you 10 tips that can help you make your VFX stock footage look real. Tip number 1. Match lighting. Lighting is a key factor when it comes to making your VFX stock footage look real. If the lighting in your stock footage doesn't match the live action footage, then your scene won't look realistic. So it's important to make sure that the angle, intensity and quality of the light source in your VFX stock footage matches the live action footage. To achieve a seamless blend, you can adjust the brightness and contrast of your VFX stock footage to match the lighting. You can also use masks and mattes to isolate the areas of the VFX stock footage that need to match the lighting conditions of the live action footage. This way, your VFX elements will blend seamlessly and your scene will look more realistic. Tip number 2. Match colors. The colors in a scene play a crucial role in setting the tone and mood. If the colors of the VFX stock footage doesn't match the colors of the live action footage, then your scene won't look realistic. To make your scene look real, it's essential to match the colors of the VFX footage with the colors of the live action. To achieve this, you can use color grading tools to adjust the hue, saturation and brightness of your VFX stock footage to match the color of the scene. Additionally, make sure that the color temperature or white balance of your VFX stock footage matches that of the live action footage. And just like before, you can use masks to isolate the areas of your VFX stock footage that need to match the color of the live action footage. Tip number 3. Match perspective. If the perspective of a VFX stock footage is off, it can quickly give away that the scene is not real. Therefore, it's important to try and match the angle, distance and other camera settings when compositing your stock elements. If you are using After Effects, you can create camera layers to match the focal length of the VFX stock footage with the live action scene. This will help to create a consistent perspective between both clips and make your scene look more realistic. You can also fine-tune the results by adjusting the position, scale and orientation of your VFX stock footage to achieve a seamless blend. Tip number 4. Match motion. To make your scene look real, the motion of your VFX stock footage should match the motion of your live action footage. This means adjusting the speed, direction and trajectory of your stock footage to match the movement of the objects in the scene. You can use motion tracking software like Mocha, PF Track or the inbuilt motion tracker in After Effects to track the motion of your live action footage. Motion tracking or match moving can be a complicated process and it takes a lot of practice to get good at it. But it's an essential process for blending the stock footage with the live action footage and making the scene look real. Tip number 5. Pay attention to details. Small elements like shadows, reflections and dust particles can make a significant difference. To achieve a realistic look, it's essential to ensure that these details in your VFX stock footage match those in your live action footage. This means adding shadows, reflections and other elements like dust particles to the scene can help your VFX footage blend seamlessly. So take your time and add those small but important details to make your VFX stock footage look as real as possible. Tip number 6. Use VFX stock footage from high quality sources. Always make sure that you download all your VFX assets from a high quality source. I get mine from actionvfx.com and you should too. Their VFX stock footage are shot on cinema cameras at 4K and 8K resolutions and has high dynamic range as well as color information. On their website, you can find a wide range of stock footage elements with different camera angles, frame rates and formats. This means you can choose the best footage for your project and match it seamlessly with your live action footage. As a bonus, you can use our exclusive discount code EditingCorp to get 10% off on any Action VFX product. The link to Action VFX website is down in the description below. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Action VFX. Tip number 7. Use motion blur. Motion blur is a technique that simulates how our eyes perceive motion. When we see some moving objects in real life, they appear blurred due to the motion. By using motion blur in VFX stock footage, you can create a more natural and realistic scene. When compositing, it's crucial to match the motion blur of the VFX elements with the live action footage to make them look like they belong in the scene. Motion blur can also be used to hide imperfections by blurring the sharp edges of the VFX elements. This helps to create a more seamless blend and conceal any flaws in the visual effects. Tip number 8. Add depth of field. Depth of field creates a sense of depth and focus in the scene. To make your VFX elements look like they are part of the live action footage, you need to add depth of field. Now there are many different techniques to do that, but most of the times I simply use an adjustment layer in After Effects to create mask around the area I want to blur and apply either the fast or Gaussian blur effect. A more advanced method to add depth of field is by creating a virtual camera in your compositing program and match its aperture and focal settings with the real camera that was used to shot the live action footage you are compositing on. Tip number 9. Add sound effects. To make visual effects look more realistic, it's important to not overlook the importance of sound effects. By adding sound to your scene, you can create a more immersive experience for your viewers and enhance the realism of your VFX. For example, if you are adding explosions to a scene, using explosion sound effects can help to make it look more real. Tip number 10. Test and refine. Keep testing and refining the integration and compositing process of the VFX stock footage and make adjustments as needed. This means playing with the lighting, colors, perspective and all the other things I have previously discussed in this video until the VFX stock footage look real and blends accurately with the live action scene. Remember, creating believable VFX is not just about technical expertise but also about creativity, attention to detail and a passion for storytelling. By using these tips and putting in the hard work, you can take your VFX skills to the next level and bring your creative visions to life. Do like the video if you found some value out of it and also subscribe to the Editing Cobb YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.